On today's show, a discussion about Mental Health Awareness Month with a visit from dedicated professionals who advocate for the health and wellness of Georgians through outreach education, and also a special surprise from our younger viewers. And later, we take on the streets of Peachtree with Atlanta Streets Alive 2019. I'm Commissioner Natalie Hall, and the district is next.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome to the district. I'm Fulton County Commissioner Natalie Hall. May is the official month for mental health awareness. As the executive sponsor of Fulton County's strategic priority area, All People Are Healthy, I feel that it is never the wrong time to have a discussion about good physical and mental health. The number of mental health issues have skyrocketed amongst children and young adults. According to Mental Health America of Georgia, suicide is the leading cause of death for teens and adults ages 15 to 34 years old. However, Georgia does rank 47 out of 50 states for access to mental health care resources and insurance. Our guests today are Yosha Dotson and Lori Summers from the Mental Health America of Georgia. Both work in the community to educate the public about the importance of mental health awareness for children and adults and how to seek the services. Yoshi and Lori, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us.
Well, tell us about the mission of Mental Health America of Georgia.
Sure. Mental Health America of Georgia looks to be able to ensure that folks with or anyone with a mental health diagnosis is able to live in supportive communities, live, work, and thrive with the access to the care that they need.
That's wonderful. And tell us about Kids on the Block.
So Kids on the Block is a program that's been around since 1977. Kids on the Block employs multicultural life-size puppets to talk about health issues. Since we're Mental Health America of Georgia, we talk about issues such as mental health, problem solving, bullying and school safety, and other issues that are related to health.
Well, what are the objectives of Kids on the Block and Mental Health America?
So our objectives with Kids on the Block, what we're trying to do through Mental Health America of Georgia is foster an awareness that we all have mental health. A lot of times people will look at physical health and then they'll look at mental health. They don't realize that mental health is part of your overall health and that everyone has health.
I agree with that. And how does the use of puppets address mental illness in a language palatable for children?
So puppets are very accessible for children, and a lot of times they're accessible for adults as well.
Yes.
Kids on the Block has been well researched. The scripts were well researched with professionals. They're tested out. What we do at Mental Health America of Georgia, we will introduce a script at a performance, and a lot of times I'll ask children, can you tell me how you can be healthy? And they'll name the usual: eat vegetables, drink water, get plenty of rest. Then we'll transition onto the topic of, did you know that you need to take care of your feelings to be healthy? And through that language, and also through a discussion after the puppet show, the children are able to interact with puppets about different issues.
So what other issues does the program address?
Well, the most popular issue that's been requested has been about bullying. This is due in a lot of ways in the last decade or so. There's been a rise in awareness about bullying. Unfortunately, this is because there have been several youth suicides. There's also an increase of depression and anxiety among those who are bullied. And now that people are looking back over the last decade since bullying has really been addressed in schools, you're starting to see the effects of some of the post-traumatic stress that's come about because of bullying. So what we'll do is we'll talk to children about how to foster help-seeking skills and help-seeking behaviors. We'll also talk about how to sort of empower yourself to get help, and also healthy ways to communicate your feelings.
Yes, that's outstanding, because I believe that technology has increased the incidence of bullying today. So it's a great program. And let's take a break. When we come back, more with Lori Summers and Yosha Dotson and a sneak peek of Kids on the Block. Stay with us.
One in 4 women will experience domestic violence. Domestic violence goes beyond physical abuse. Abusers will emotionally isolate victims, cut off their financial resources, and threaten to harm their loved ones. When a victim does decide to leave, she's frequently faced with the challenge of a complex legal system and a confrontation with her abuser in court. That's why the Atlanta Volunteer Lawyers Foundation created the Safe and Stable Families Program to help survivors navigate the legal system to permanently break free from their abusers. This family-centered program provides survivors with free legal consultation, safety planning, and referrals to other much-needed assistance, all on the same day they arrive at the courthouse. The program even provides attorneys to stand with survivors in their legal proceedings. AVLF clears the barriers imposed by abusers so that survivors have the resources they need to see the legal process through to the end. Because when survivors have legal assistance, they have a real chance to gain the stability they need to live free of violence. To learn more or to find an opportunity to volunteer, visit avlf.org.
Gosh, Darlene, it sure is amazing how much we have in common.
I know, Larry. We both love 3-car pileups. We both were built in Buffalo.
And we both know wearing safety belts helps save thousands of lives.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
Don't mind Vince. He's getting over a bad breakup.
I know. Janet's picking up the pieces, too. They're in here.
I wish they understood it's all worth it to get people to buckle up.
Hey, lacerated lovebirds, I sense a major crush.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Talk about head over heels.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Oh, hi, Sean. Mel, you know, I could hear you in there talking. You were playing that game again. Oh? Your special counseling game. You heard me? Yeah, that's a pretty cool game. But if you're going to be playing counselor, there's some stuff you better get right. I mean, I don't lie down on a special counseling sofa to go see my counselor. And most people don't go to the counselor because the dog ate their hamburger. I know, Sean. But seriously, Mel, you know that you can ask me why I go to a counselor. Well, I know you go because of depression, but I didn't know if it was okay to ask. Sure, Mel, you can ask me anything. I go to a counselor because I've got some stuff to work out and I can't do it by myself. Other people go because they feel really sad or angry and they don't know why. They need help figuring it out. My counselor, Susan, she gives me the help I need. How does she do that? Well, she talks to me about my problems and helps me understand how important my mental health is. Mental health? What is that? Well, mental health has to do with feelings and emotions and being a healthy person. Here, I'll act something out and you tell me what it is. Okay. Oh, my stomach! My stomach! Oh, I know you have a stomachache. Yeah, I've had it for a while. Who should I go see? The doctor. You can go to the doctor. Yes, the doctor will help you. Okay, here's another one. Oh, it hurts. What? I said my tooth, it hurts. Oh, then you go to the dentist for a toothache. Sean, what does that have to do with mental health and seeing a counselor? Well, doctors and dentists, they help your body feel better when you're not feeling well. And counselors, like my friend Susan, they help you with the problems with your mind, with your feelings and emotions and stuff like that. Oh, so you can talk to your counselor if you feel bad or sad. That's right, you talk about your problems that bug you, and they help you find ways to feel better. Are you feeling better now? Well, I am feeling better, but it's going to take some time. For a while, I was really lost. And then Susan and I talked about why I was feeling so sad all the time, depressed, and what I could do to feel better. I know what you could do. What's that? Well, when I was sad, one time I went over to my friend Brenda's house, and she made me feel so much better. Well, that was great. You were taking care of your mental health by spending time with a friend. But for me, spending time with a friend didn't help. I was feeling really sad for a long time, for months, and nothing could help me feel better. Nothing? Not even football? You love playing football. No, nothing was fun for me anymore. I was feeling really tired all the time. I couldn't even get out of bed in the morning. Wow, that must have been hard feeling that way. I mean, everybody feels sad some of the times, right? But if a kid were feeling really sad or angry for a long time, for months, and nothing could make them feel better, then that kid should talk to an adult that he or she trusts and get some help like I did. Sean, did you ever feel embarrassed about getting help? Well, I was a little embarrassed at first. I mean, I never talked about anything personal before, and I didn't want my friends to know because I didn't want them to think that I was weird or different. But now I know lots of people go and get help for different reasons. It's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about. I'm glad I'm getting the help I need. I'm glad too. Wow, thanks for answering all my questions, Sean. Well, you had lots of good questions to ask.
Wow, that was great, Lori. So typically, what response do you get from the children from that type of performance?
So what we're trying to do at the end of a performance, we've introduced the topic of mental health. We've sort of compared it in a way to physical health. We also asked the students to tell us, okay, who are the adults, who are the trusted adults that you can go to talk to if you've got a problem. So we've introduced a number of topics, including depression, help seeking, and of course the concept of mental health.
Well, what are the challenges facing some of those who seek treatment for a mental illness?
So one of the biggest problems out there is stigma. It's the perception of when someone hears the term mental health. They may have a negative feeling toward it. So a lot of times people won't get help because they're afraid that there's something wrong with them, or they're afraid of how they'll be perceived, or they'll think if they don't pay attention to it, it will go away. So a lot of times the big obstacle is sort of getting over those attitudes, and that's where we come in as an organization. We're trying to educate individuals about how mental health is incorporated into your overall physical well-being.
And what are some of the major statistics for mental illness in Georgia?
Sure. So there are 1 in 5 adults who are diagnosed with a mental health condition or mental illness. There are 1 in 6 youth who are diagnosed, and that equals about 2.3 million Georgians who have a mental health diagnosis in our state.
Does MHA of Georgia provide referrals to individuals who seek services?
We don't provide referrals as related to giving you a specific doctor. There are other professionals who do that in the state. What we do is if folks call us and they need, access to, or if someone's in crisis, we do provide them with, for instance, the GCAL resource. We also provide them with the CSBs, or the Community Service Board numbers, in their particular areas.
And so what populations do you actually serve?
We serve from pediatric to geriatric. So all of our 10 million Georgians in the state, we cover all 159 counties.
So as we would say, cradle to the grave.
Yes. Cradle to the
wow.
grave.
That's huge. And how can people contact MHA of Georgia?
Sure, absolutely. So our website is MHA Georgia, and Georgia's all spelled out, .org. So that's MHAGEORGIA.org.
And is there a phone number, or are you on social media?
We are on social media. We have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and it's MHA Georgia. On any of those, that's our handle.
All right. Well, Lori and Yosha, thanks for joining us today and educating us about the importance of our mental health and what MHA of Georgia is doing for the community. And when we come back, we will continue with our conversation about mental health as we go inside the Behavioral Health and Wellness Conference Lunch and Learn discussion. Stay with us.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Nice.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
With many communities experiencing severe forms of mental health conditions due to unmet needs and other barriers, I had the opportunity to attend Behavioral Health and Wellness Conference Lunch and Learn. The community collaboration was presented by the Good Samaritan Health Center, Fulton County Healthy Heart Coalition and student work groups from Healthy Heart Coalition and Georgia Institute of Technology. It was a great opportunity to speak with the community and other mental health experts on the complexities of mental health disorders. According to these experts, our communities are among the highest with common disorders such as depression, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, post-traumatic stress, anxiety, and suicide. The conference presenters spoke to the concerns of awareness and the importance of getting educated on the issue needing to be addressed in our communities. I was humbled, surprised, and extremely grateful to receive the Heart of Champions Award presented by Fulton County Healthy Heart Coalition at the luncheon. Many thanks to this coalition for the support and great work in our communities. Here are a few powerful things you can do to help. Number 1, learn the signs and symptoms of mental disorders and know what to watch for in yourself and those around you. Symptoms can be different in men and women, in both teens and young adults. Number 2, encourage friends and family to eat healthy for mental health. Good nutrition can make a difference in how you feel. Healthy fats, carbohydrates, and fruits and vegetables are all important. And number 3, get educated on the complexities of mental health. The more you learn, the more awareness you can spread in your own communities. I was also excited to partner with Atlanta Streets Alive and the Atlanta Bicycle Coalition as many of our Fulton County departments set up tents and tables filled with information and fun, useful handouts on the streets between 16th Street and Underground Atlanta for Atlanta Streets Alive 2019. Over 100,000 people took to the streets for the Sunday event with their roller skates, bicycles, skateboards, and scooters for the 3.1-mile stretch from South Downtown to Midtown through the heart of the city. It was a pleasure to kick off the event by presenting a proclamation from the full Board of Commissioners, and I was happy to be part of this event whose mission highlights the importance of healthy lifestyles and physical activity through outdoor amusement, while also being able to celebrate our community organizations and local businesses. I'm thankful that the Atlanta Streets Alive celebration is in District 4 as well. That's our show for today. Special thanks to our guests for joining us, and a special thanks to you for watching The District. Please feel free to contact our District 4 office anytime by calling or emailing, and be sure to connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at FullCoD4. Until we meet again, I'm your District 4 Commissioner, Natalie Hall, and thanks for watching The District.